What's going on YouTube? Check out this new video I'm finna drop. How trucking changed my life. Check it out. Woo! What's going on, guys? Had to do a little run. On a 30-minute break. Talking outside of here. Well, I'm live here in St. Louis. I'm in St. Louis, Missouri. As y'all can see, the description below is how trucking changed my life. I'm going ahead and go into a little detail about this. It might be a little long, it might not. You know, it depends. That started from the beginning. Now, I got my CDL back in October of 2016. October of 2016. You know, you learn how to drive a truck. You know, I'm in class and you learn how to drive a truck. You know, you're doing all that, you know, book work and all that stuff, and then you finally get your CDLs. Now you're like, what do I do? You know, and at the time, 2016, I wanted to go local. I didn't want to go OTR. I didn't want nothing to do with it. I didn't like the idea of sleeping in a truck, you know, all that, being on the road, being away from home, you know. At the time, I didn't want to do that, you know. So I went local and I went Coca-Cola. I started my journey in Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola taught me everything from back in the truck, taught me how to drive in cities. It taught me everything about trucking as far as driving that truck. Even though we had smaller trailers, we had 36 foots and we had 36 foot, 26 foot, 48. I got a chance to drive the 53s from time to time, depending on what was going on. But majority of the time it was 36 foot trailers, and driving those kind of trucks taught me how to do a lot. And I think local is harder than OTR, in my opinion. Yeah, I did that for a year. Got my experience, and then I was trying to figure out what was my next move. I had October of 2017. I had my year, and I had my year in driving trucks. So October, I was like, what is the next move? How can I make more money? What is the next step? So I started to do a little research, and I went to a company called PFG, Performance Food Group. It's kind of like a U.S. Foods or a Cisco. It's the same thing like that. You're unloading the truck. You got the little ramp on the back of the trailer, and you're going down the ramp with the dollies. I did that. Made a little bit more money, but that got kind of real. You know, it got to a point, man, where it was like, man, I don't want to do this forever. You know, I made a little extra more money, but it wasn't worth it in my opinion. So I did that for about 4 months, you know, and I got to a situation where it was a situation that occurred where I was downtown, and they said that I tried to do a hit and run or something like that. I was like, hey, how do you do a hit and run in downtown Richmond? How is that possible? What are you talking about? Nobody did that. Whatever, you know. And then I was like, man, I'm getting tired of this place, man. You know, and you know, at the time, between like end of Coca-Cola to PFG, I was already in the mindset of running my own business. I just didn't know how to do it. So that's in between, from the end of Coca-Cola to PFG, I would look at YouTube videos, you know, get an idea of what's going on, how to do it, you know, and I was doing that for a good 6 months. And then something happened with PFG, and I had to make a decision. I had to make a move. So that's when come to find out that I needed to experience OTR, because they said that because I tried to do like a lease purchase or something like that. I tried to jump into the owner operator position, or at least independent contractor, and I was running into a lot of issues where I didn't have my local experience was not experienced when it comes to OTR. So basically, I had to go to do an OTR. I didn't have to do a trainer or nothing like that, but I chose JB Hunt, and it worked for me. It got me. It baby stepped me into the OTR, and I was on a regional account. I was on a Georgia Pacific account, and I was on the Southeastern. So it babied me into becoming getting familiar with the OTR thing. So I did that. I did a regional with JB Hunt, and it was pretty cool. I like JB Hunt. They pretty much showed me the way of the OTR. It kind of helped me because the clock, the little ELD clock was different from local. We didn't really have to do like resets and all that, and like 34 hours and all that. Manage your clock, 8-1 splits, all that stuff. We didn't have to do all that local. So JB Hunt helped me with that. It helped me with the paperwork. I didn't know how to do paperwork. It helped me with paperwork. It helped me back in docs a lot more better. It helped me just drive. It just took me to a whole nother level. And I made I want to say I made a little bit more. It was about equal. JB Hunt and PFG was about the same. It was about pretty much the same. Actually. Yeah, it was pretty much the same. It was about equal, maybe a couple $100 off, or maybe something like that. But I did JB Hunt. Okay, I did JB Hunt for about 2 months. Excuse me. Let's get some water real quick, man. So I did JB Hunt for 2 months. And then I was looking around. I was like, man, I got enough experience, man. I'm ready to make moves. All right, so I found this company out of St. Louis. And I'm not gonna go in detail about that because I talked about it in my other videos, but I did a company in St. Louis. It was a lease purchase. I did it. It wasn't for me. Had too many issues with the truck. And I turned the truck back in, and I went and did a lease with this company I'm at now. I did a lease. I stacked my bread up, stacked my money up, and then I applied for a truck to get financed. I got approved, and I got my first truck through a dealer with MAC, which I describe in my other videos. You can take a look at that too. So trucking, to get it all wrapped up in one, trucking changed my life. It helped me. It expanded my knowledge. It got me into the position to be an entrepreneur, because now I'm into the point right now where I'm ready to do other businesses outside of trucking, to build my revenue up. A lot of people don't know I also have a club as well, a club/bar. I also have that in the back. I also do that as well. Right now I'm also working on another business, and now I'm in a position to do entrepreneurship, multiple business. I'm not relying just on trucking. Yes, trucking has changed my life. It got me to a position to open up more opportunities, as you would say. Trucking also, it helped me, trucking also, traveling. It's another thing. I saw a lot out here. Trucking just helped me. I don't want to be a truck driver for the rest of my life, but I still want to own my trucking business, if you understand what I'm saying. I don't want to be a truck driver for the rest of my life, but I'd rather have, people running my trucks, if I wanted to go that route. I would never let go of the trucking company because I know how lucrative it is. I just don't want to drive trucks forever. I've gotten to the position where I'm more of a business type person. I think more of an employer, not an employee no more. My 1 year in business is coming up next month. March 4th will be my 1 year in business, which is amazing. You know, I thank God every day for that, man, because a lot of people don't make it, and I'm just so thankful thus far that I've, you know, thankful thus far that how far I gotten in the trucking business with so little time. Like I said, I started the owner operator thing, or the independent contract thing of May of last year. It is now February, ready to be March. But I started my business in March, but I didn't start my independent contractor till May. So that tells you right there, man, how dedicated and how the hustle is crazy right now. But we already at 10 minutes. But trucking definitely has changed my life, and I will recommend it to anybody. You know, I appreciate all my new subscribers, all my new likes, all the likes. Make sure y'all hitting that bell as well. I always drop my email there. If you have any questions, you can always hit me up. My Instagram is I am Calvin_T. You can hit me up on Facebook. That's Calvin Thompson. Hey man, it's enough money for everybody. You just gotta want to go get it. You gotta have that hustle mentality. I'm gonna end it like that. I'll holler at y'all later, man. Y'all take care.